out now, so we're good.
I mean, that was a secret that was even kept from you.
It was kept from me. Kit told me in the 5th season he was going, that was it. And so I wrote him like a really long, heartfelt letter about how much I was gonna miss him and how much I loved working with him. And he like came back the next season and he was like, your letter's so funny, I've still got it. It's
This is Professor X. That's it. God, I'm good. I get paid to act. And that's what
It was the SAGs, and I was right on the table next to, it was like Ryan Gosling, Christian Bale, and Steve Carell.
That's a good table.
It was a good table.
Hello. It's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet. To go over everything.
And then I'm like a huge Anchorman fan, so I was just kind of sat there going like, oh, I love Lamp. Like hoping they'd hear me.
You were doing his lines?
Yeah, thinking like, that won't be annoying.
Yeah.
I love Lamp.
Yeah.
Will you turn around? No, never
You
mind.
didn't ever turn around. We have a picture, I think this is you with, a picture of you with Ryan Gosling. That's sweet that...
That's probably top of my list, is Ari and Sansa getting back together. I feel like it has to happen, but at the same time, if it did happen, would it be too obvious? I don't know. Would it be too much of a good thing for the show, you know? Game of Thrones is nothing that satisfactory happens on the show because that's Game of Thrones and we want it to be kind of dark and depressing, and that's what makes it amazing.
Have lessons with accent and the American accent and doing all that side of things.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I'm around Americans a lot, so I kind of can slip into it, but then sometimes, you know, people will be like, oh, you sound like you're a bit from Milwaukee, and I'm like, how? I'm so bad with celebrities.
You're bad with celebrities?
Yeah, I just like, most of the time I just fall to my feet and just like, oh, you're my everything to me.
Yeah, you've been so calm here. Anyway.
Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times on a phone. I must have ravened you 1,000 times. Hello from the outside.
This fan supposedly came up to me in this Tyrion mask.
Yeah.
And being the loyal wife that I am, you know, I just gave him a quick lick.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at that
look.
photograph right there.
Drama goes to... Kevin Dunn! What happened?
I was actually really shocked. I honestly didn't think it was going to be us this year. I don't know, I just nearly crapped my pants, but it was amazing. It's so nice because I was just saying we never get those moments where we can all get together and celebrate because we're all like it's all so sporadic and we're all so sparse, and it's so nice to like have that one moment of like together on stage. It felt really good.
I'm okay. This Wolverine then. Roar. Stay home, Hugh. This is the real shit. Pick that up.
So actually on that note, Sophie, I want to ask you about your final scene this season. Right, you're not the king of the north, you're not the queen of the north.
No.
What is your take on that final look that Sansa gives?
It's very interesting to see where her loyalties will now lie. Whether she'll go with Jon or Littlefinger.
Yeah.
Top 10 most annoying things ever. Bloopers. I just wanted you to let me in. I guess I should have let you in.
Have a shot.
Thanks.
It's not it's not what it looks like.
Yeah, because I kind of felt like the past 5 seasons had been leading up to that point for her, and I'd always seen the potential in her, and it just never really felt like she'd quite reached her full potential. So it was definitely, it almost felt like a release when I was doing it, like I could finally show everyone her capabilities. So that was really fun, and I think they fleshed it out really well this season. I mean, it was the season of the girls, I think.
It's fun. I'm happy to hold doors.
You might as well just insert that into, you know, songs you're DJing and just
I am never going to do that. I'm going record now. I'm never doing a track. I'm totally never going to do that.
It's the best idea.
It's the worst idea ever.
30 years from
I have
now,
more
you're
for
on.
Big congratulations. When you were in there and they said Game of Thrones, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
Don't leave your clutch behind, but then I left my phone. It was great. I was overwhelmed with joy. I couldn't actually believe it. I really thought Mr. Robot was going to win. We won.
You
Happy
won!
days. I know.
And how are you guys celebrating tonight?
We're going to dance and eat and party.
Who do you guys want to see back on the show?
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. Second man.
Oberyn. Yes, that guy. He was just a lot of fun. He's just a fun guy to work with. I don't know about the character, but
Yeah, you might need
he was
some
nice.
facial reconstruction.
I didn't always know. I just kind of felt it at the back of my mind because I thought if she gets killed off, like what's really been the point in her? Not really, but you know, I just kind of had an inkling that she was going to do something great. So I was really pleased when I got the scripts for the 6th season. Because they don't let you know, they don't prepare you or anything. They don't say like you're going to have a really good season this year. So I was just kind of living in fear that she would die and she would have really had no real part in playing the game. Just constantly being a pawn in other people's. So it was nice to see her become a player.
So how are you guys going to party, celebrate the occasion?
We're going to party really hard. The Game of Thrones cast parties hard.
This is what I want to know. Who is the best dancer in the cast?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's Maisie. Maisie's like had dance lessons, but Kit has some moves too. He's got like Bruce Springsteen moves. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I need to know a little bit more about that. Sort of like the tight jeans.
Like the old like 90s like. I don't know how to do it. I can't do it.
How about you? You good at it?
I try. I'm dedicated. I'm passionate. I put my energy into it, but it's never good. But the dedication is there.
Life, it can be a game of modes. It has highs and lows, and things don't always go your way. To yourself, you have to say that life, it is a game of modes, and sometimes they're overblown, but it can make you feel alone, where people do not share your.
About what Sansa's getting into this season.
Sansa's getting into some deep doo-doo. Something really, really cheesy, like be yourself. The sigil would probably be, I don't know, I guess it'd be like a ballerina or something, because like they're strong but they're graceful.
And what's the first thing we're eating when we get through those doors, or drinking?
I'm underage. I don't drink.
Okay, so
I'm
some
20.
sparkling water?
Some delicious carbonated water for me.
But I did hear, lastly, that you cried when you saw the scripts this season.
I did. I mean, it was just like so, I can't give away much, but it's just so overwhelming. Not even in like a sad way. I was just like, holy crap, like I can't believe Game of Thrones is doing this and this is happening to the character, and it's insane. It's a really good season.
And quite an adult scene, weren't they? How was that?
Yeah, that was the day that my dad decided it would be a great idea to turn up, and it was a fairly adult scene. So it was kind of awkward for the producer just sitting between both my parents, like.
I think so, but I think I'm a bit biased. But I truly believe that she would be. I mean, I kind of wanted them to rule as a double act, Queen in the North and King in the North. I mean, in terms of like his military knowledge and all of that kind of stuff. He is so clued up and he knows exactly what to do. I mean, you saw him at the Battle of the Bastards. Sansa has insight. I mean, she's kind of been all over the place and she knows how pretty much all of the families work in the Seven Kingdoms. So she has that kind of knowledge and that insight. And so I always thought that the two of them together would be a wonderful team. I don't think Jon is capable of ruling on her own, and I'm not really sure that Sansa's capable of ruling on her own. I think together they'd be the strongest. But that's the case with all of the Starks.
Single Pringle.
Oh my gosh.
I'm ready to mingle now.
Oh, we're ready to mingle. Maybe inside the party, huh?
Maybe. We'll see.
Woo! Congratulations.
Hello. Dun, 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 dun. And it's like,
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on.
We're with the cast of a little show called Game of Thrones. Hi, guys.
Hey.
So I want to start with the end over there, Sophie and Isaac. You guys are coming toward the end of the show, even though we don't know when that will be. You guys have grown up with the show. How are you feeling about that?
It's really sad, I think.
Yeah.
It feels like such a... It feels like you're kind of going and seeing your second family every summer, and then when that's gone, it's like my safety net's gone. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'll slip into a deep, deep depression.
Oh, no.
It's going to be super
Which
weird.
means we can never end Game of Thrones then.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Save your life.
Yeah,
Thrones on TV.
They were such cute kids when we hired them, but they've turned into monsters, so it's the best for everybody.
Alright, well then, on a later...
You asshole.
On a
We're all
lighter
kind of
note-
sad that Game of Thrones is going to have its last season, but how are you feeling?
probably sadder than you guys are. It's been my life since I was 13, so I'm pretty sad about it. And it's crazy that when the show finishes, I'll pretty much be the same age that Kit was when he started. We figured out, which is crazy. But yeah.
That is amazing.
I don't know what I'm going to do with my
I
life.
should win the award for being the biggest boss-ass bitch around town. And for shooting a guy in the face with a plastic arrow. I'd like to thank my mum and my dad and my dog. Thanks, guys!
Thanks for joining us. Catch us on the next one.